Guys, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. My phone just gave up on me for some reason. I don't know what happened there. Let me just try and fix this before we even go on. My phone just gave up on me. So let me just invite you all guys back again. Right. Oh my goodness. I can't believe this just happened. I'll just wait for people to come back on. I'll just wait for people to come back on. This has never happened, but anyway, there's always a fast, and thank God for grace, you know, to get through whatever we get through. Oh my goodness, it's something else, but anyway, it's all good. It's all good. We learn from these things and we keep pushing. Whew, right, so thank you guys. My phone cut off. I'll just wait a few minutes for people to join in. So it means I'm gonna have to not do the clubhouse. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Let's wait for people to come back on again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, give me a few minutes. Let me try and send the invites out again. Okay, let's send it out again. So the first one is gonna go to WhatsApp. Let me send my invite to WhatsApp first of all, and then okay, let me invite other people from WhatsApp again. Oh Lord Almighty. I don't know what happened there. The phone just gave up on me, so I've had to use a different phone. Sorry about that. Tonight we're here to get to know who Inspired by AMOANIMAH is, answering all your questions. I actually began on introducing myself on the other platform. Hi, welcome. If you're there, welcome. My phone got cut off, so I had to use a different phone, and I'm restarting now. Welcome guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. So sorry about that. Please invite people to come back on. Hi, thank you for coming, thank you for joining. I'm so sorry guys, the phone I was using initially for some reason just went off. I don't know why it went off. Greetings here, new friend. Oh, hello, thank you so much. Thank you for coming on. I apologize for earlier. The phone I was using just gave up on me. Thank you, Grace. Thank you for coming back. Please invite people to come back on. It's unfortunate. I don't know what happened. The phone just went off and it wouldn't turn on again. So I had to, you know, log in on another phone. My laptop will not log in as well. So I had to log in on another phone to start all over again. So I do apologize sincerely for what happened then. It didn't give me any warning or nothing. It just went off and I don't know why. At least if I knew if it was like a battery or something, I would have, you know, let you guys know before it went off. But it didn't let me know what happened and it just went off. So I do apologize. I sincerely apologize. But that means that I can't do it on Clubhouse anymore. I'm just gonna have to do it here on Facebook. So I really do apologize for that. I just pray that this phone will keep it going. Right, so as I started from, we all have this problem, my dear, no worries. Oh, thank you for the assurance. I was panicking for a minute. I was like, oh my God. But thank God I have another phone. So yeah, I'm able to use the other phone. Right, so I was introducing myself before, and I was talking about who Inspired by AMOANIMAH is. Inspired by AMOANIMAH is actually the name that I use for my content creating on this platform, on Instagram, I'm not on Facebook. Facebook is personal. On TikTok, on all the social media platforms that I do content creating. Inspired by AMOANIMAH is what I use. My actual name is Anna Nana Ekuya AMOANIMAH Boateng, and I formerly was Anna AMOANIMAH Fosu. Fosu is my maiden name. All these are obstacles we get as a YouTuber. Exactly. I was just saying to myself, I'm gonna get through. So yeah, my maiden name is Fosu, and I was saying a shout out to all my friends back in Ghana who I went to school with. They know me as Anna Fosu. So most of them, you hear them saying, "Hey Anna Fosu," and that's normal because we're so used to calling each other by, first and last name, maiden names and stuff. So yeah, some call me Anne, some call me Anna, whichever way I can respond. I love Ghanaian names. Yes, my Ghanaian name is Nana Ekuya AMOANIMAH. So the AMOANIMAH is what I actually use for my content creating, hence the Inspired by AMOANIMAH. Hi sis, thank you for joining. So yeah, that's my name. And I'll just say a brief something about myself before I go on into the questions that people brought. So yeah, as I said, that's my name. I'm a mother of 4 great nations. I'm sure you've heard me say this several times. Yes, a mother of 4 great nations. I have 2 girls and 2 boys. So a boy, Timothy, girl, Brianna, girl, Emmanuel, or L for short, and then Enoch is the last one. So I have boy, girl, girl, boy. The girls are in the middle. So yes. Um. Okay. I think I'm gonna break it down into 4 different segments, and then I'll bring in the questions later. So in terms of personal life, as I said, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter. I'm the only child, by the way. Oh, am I still on the other stream? Okay, then. Ooh, I don't know how I'm gonna stop that one. Um. I tell you what, let's just go on with this one and I'll probably delete that later. Anyway, so yeah, in terms of personal life, yes, I'm the only child to my parents, and that's about it. In terms of business, I have businesses that I do. One of the most that lots of people know about is Daisy Ann, and then the Fab Celebrations, which is the events management. In terms of ministry, I'm breaking it down to 4 different segments. So I've got personal life, I've got business, I've got ministry, and I've got content creating. So in terms of ministry, by the way, I come back to all these because I have questions under them as well. In terms of ministry, I am actually the head of the women's ministry leader in my church. Believe it or not. I know most of you don't know. I know. I've got my hands full of stuff. I'm also a youth leader and I'm also a Sunday school leader. At the moment, because of lockdown, so Sunday school, we don't do much. We are all online. Youth, we are all online to do their thing. Yeah, so it's just the women's, ministry that I'm very much active at the moment. But Sunday school and youth, I kind of join in, as per. And I'm also the leader of a support group called Marriage Bliss. And the name says Marriage Bliss, but it's mainly for everyone, whether you're single or married. It's for you as well. Where I am actually the founder of Marriage Bliss, a support group where we support each other with the word of God in terms of marriage, marital stuff. When you're single, if you have any questions and all that. So that is part of the ministry. In terms of content creating, there is YouTube on here. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. Yes. So now let's begin with the questions. And thank you once again for bringing in your questions. So these questions will come in as random or as they were sent to me. But if you have any questions as well, hey, blessed evening to you, Joy. If you have any questions as well, please kindly put it in and then I will do well to answer them all as I go along. So let's get into the questions section. Okay, I will leave this phone to charge a bit. I've got some questions on there. Okay, so someone says, share a fun fact about yourself. Whoo, fun facts. I've got quite a few actually. But one fun fact about me is that I love to have a time. Hey, Healthy Tally, how are you, darling? Hope you're good. I love to have a fun time. I like having fun. I mean, not long ago, I actually took the kids to the park just to, play on the swings and, have fun. Just get out there. I'm like that. I like things like that. I like doing spontaneous thing. I can just decide, hey, today I'm just gonna go out to a cafe and go and sit there by myself, have a cup of coffee, tea, whatever. I don't drink coffee, by the way, hot chocolates or tea, and just relax and, just chill. Yeah, I'm spontaneous like that. Or I might just decide I'll just take a drive somewhere and go and do my thing. So, yeah, a fun fact about myself. Right. So the next question was, are you married? Yes, I said before I am married. And the next one they said was how long? I've been married for 15 going on 16 years. We were 15 years in September. So yes, I'm married quite young. So yeah, I've been married 15 years. September this year will be 16 years. Yep. Yes, I have mentioned, they asked question about any kids. I have mentioned I have 4 kids. I call them the 4 great nations because I believe children are the ones that form nations. So yeah, each of my kids are different nations. Someone was asking where I met my husband. Right, this is interesting because myself and my husband actually met in uni campus. Believe it or not. You hear a lot of parents say, yeah, you people, you go to uni and you come back and it's like you don't come back home because you end up getting married. That was me. That was me. That is a typical example of, when they say that. So yeah, I went to Coventry University in the year 2001. Yeah, I believe. And in my second year, 2002, that was when I actually met my husband. We first met on Campus Church, Elim Pentecostal. Shout out to you guys. Whoop, whoop. So we first met there. And you know what? Funny now, the first time we met, he sent his friend to come and say to me, and in Ghanaian language, Midowo, meaning I love you. But the friend is Nigerian, right? So he didn't know what he was saying to me. He thought he was just coming to say hi. So he came up to me and then he goes, oh, you see my friend there? He says Midowo. And I'm like, wait, where you from? And then he goes, I'm Nigerian. I'm like, do you know what you just said to me? You just said to me, I love you. And he was like, oh, shoot. He just asked me to say that. So yeah, that's how we met. So to be honest, I didn't find it funny. I just laughed it off, but I didn't find it funny. And then, yes, we met in school. And then I think that same year, because after that, we used to, see each other around, but, it was more like, hi, hello, and then you just go your way. Same year, 2002, I think it was 31st night in chat. Hi, Marie, thanks for joining. 31st night, as we used to go together in church, we met again and again through another friend. He walked up to my friend and goes, wait, I know that girl. I'm in the same unit with her. Can you introduce her? So my friend actually came up to me and goes, can I give your number to him? I said, yeah, fine. Gave my number to him. The rest is history. Here we are. How many years down the line? From 2002, we've been friends. So we were friends for 3 years before we got married. So there you go. Okay, so next question was, how do you overcome challenging moments in life? It can be hard, as with all challenges like what I just, had a minute ago. Yes, Marie. Like how I had a minute ago. Initially, I mean, when you're growing up, you learn a lot from life and certain things you just tend to, brush off as you grow. And you realize that as you're growing up too, there's a lot to life than just stressing over unnecessary stuff. Like for instance, I started off this live before and then for some reason the phone just went off without warning. I was panicking for a bit, but I thought, nah, relax. You can always do it again. And thank God I have a second phone. So I just hopped on the second phone and here I am. So to overcome challenges in my life, my first go-to is usually the panic before I'm like, okay, calm down. What does, God say about your life, And I'm a firm believer of, praying to God. I don't know about you guys. I know people have different religions. Listen, I've got a best friend who's a Muslim. She's got her own thing, but we're still good friends. but I'm a firm believer of prayer, So most of the time I'll say I'm in constant communication with God. So when the challenges come, most of the time I tend to speak to God, you know. I'll give you a typical example. Recently, something happened where I was like, when you get to that point, like fuming. My first response obviously was anger and, just say something. But I had to just take a moment and go, God, hold me, like touch my heart, you know, calm me down right now, because I might say something and it might go, when you're angry and you say things, you can just say things without thinking and it will hurt, obviously. So yeah, my first point is always just to, speak to myself and tell God to calm me down or whatever. So yeah, in terms of challenges, my first go-to point is talk to God about it. Right, so moving on. What makes you joyful in life? I tell you what, my kids, number one. My kids. Yep, my kids. They make me happy. They are my pride and joy. But besides that, I always try to find things to get me happy, really. I mean, life is short, as most of you would know. And obviously the past year has taught us a lot. So I tend to find things to make myself happy, even in the circumstance where things are not okay. I suppose music. Actually, music is my second. I usually tend to music, worship mostly. Listen to music and cheer myself up. Okay, so the next question is, what are your favorite things to do when you have free time? Music. Listen to music. That's number one. Listen to music. Sometimes I find myself reading, though for some reason I've realized over the years my reading habits have just gone down for some reason. Maybe because I don't have much time. I don't know. But music is my go-to for whenever I have a free time. Or this past year, I found myself more on Netflix. Yes, music is very therapeutic, sis. It is. But music always, my kids will tell you in my car, I'm screaming, I'm shouting, and sometimes I forget they're even in the car and I'll be just singing away and dancing and, doing my thing. So music is my free time sort of thing that I do. Though I do watch movies sometimes. At the moment, I'm trying to write a book, so I try to chip that in, though it's hard. Okay, so what is your favorite meal? And color as well. They asked two questions. My favorite meal, that one, I don't really have a favorite, but I tend to find that I go for, if you're African, anything with okra. Yeah, I like anything with okra. I like anything with beans, and I like my jollof rice. So there you are. Yep. So next time I'm visiting you, you know what to cook, right? Get me something with okra or get me something with beans. Yes. Oh, what's it, Murray? Yes, I love anything with that. So whatever food, so far as it's got like okra with it, yeah. Or if it's jollof rice, or if it's something with beans. In Ghana, we do watch it, the rice and beans thing. I love that. So yeah. And my favorite color, I don't have a favorite color. Yes, Marie, we will get along. I don't have a favorite color. I call myself the United Colors of Benetton. I go with whatever tickle my fancy for the day. So today, red goes. I'm wearing red. Yes. Tomorrow I might decide, hey, I'll wear green. I just love all bright colors, really. I'm a very bright colored person. So yeah, I go with whatever the flow is for the day. Okay, moving on. Um what is, some people call it okra, sis. Okra. Some people call it okra. So that's why I said okra as well. Okay, so um if you were given a free ticket to any country, where would you go? Wonderful colors of meaning, so go with the flow. Yep. If you were given a free ticket to any country, where would you go? Ha, this one. You know what? On my bucket list of places to visit, I have a whole lot. I mean, so far, some of the countries have been like America, like Belgium, like France, but I still have a lot of places I want to visit. But saying that anywhere that is sunny, please take me there. I am there. I am. I've always said I don't like cold weather. I don't know how I ended up in UK, but I don't like the cold weather. I should be living somewhere in Barbados or go back to my country in Ghana where it's hot. I am a very, bright and lively. So wherever there is sunshine, I function really well. So if I were given a free ticket to go anywhere that is sunny, please. So you can name it. Is it Dubai? Take me. Let's go to, yes, please. Let's plan and go, please. I will go. I will go, sis Telly. I'll go. Yeah. So yeah. Okay, so the other questions, they are on here. I'll just quickly get them. Unless anyone has any question on here for me. Okay, let me go to the other questions that were sent. And they were beautiful questions. I thought these are great questions. Okay, so what inspires you in life? I think that will kind of link into what makes me joyful. My kids, they inspire me a lot. Number one would be my mom, though, because my mom and I, we've been through a lot in life. As young as 5, my dad traveled and it was just me and my mom, so we moved about a lot. So I learnt a lot from my mom. Though I lived with different families at different points in life, I learnt from all these families, but my mom was the number one person that inspires me. And besides her are my kids. And my kids, I would say they inspire me to do well, to do better, and to give them the life that would be better than what I have or what I had. So yeah, the reason I'm saying my mom and them is because of that. So next question was how you spend your free time. I think I've mentioned that before. How I spend my free time is music, honey. Music, music, music. Music puts me to bed. Music gets me on the hype. Music in my car. Music when I'm sleeping, everywhere. Yeah. Yeah. Mothers are inspiration, Marie. Okay, and the next question on that one was, how do you define successful? Now, that is a very good question because for me, success is when you have been able to leave a legacy behind. It doesn't matter whatever material possession require. So for me, again, I'll use my kids. If I'm not, hi, this kitchen, thank you for joining, thank you, welcome. If one day I'm not around and my kids are able to live off the legacy I left for them in terms of their morals, their virtues, like how they react to society, how they react to others, I think that is a success in my eyes. When people talk about leaving a legacy behind, some think about the wealth and the riches and the money and all these things. But for me, yes, fair enough. If I'm able to leave that for them, that would be great, because even the word of God says to leave inheritance for your children's children. You understand? Hi Ruth, thank you for coming in. How are you? So yeah, people are more of leaving behind. I'll be right back. I'm going to upload video. Yeah, sure. I'll be here. People leave behind, riches for their children and all that. It is actually in the word of God to say. The word of God says to a good how does this? I don't want to quote word for word, but I'll paraphrase. It's like the good parent, whatever, leaves riches for their children's children. So in other words, whatever you're leaving behind, it will be from generation to generation. But for me, it's not just about the riches as in the riches of material things, but also riches as in what you're teaching them, what you're instilling in them. So, for instance, right now, whatever I'm teaching my children, I want that one day, just as I have been able to stand on my 2 feet, like my mom taught me, that I'm able to stand on my 2 feet. Because sometimes I think people, I remember growing up, let me backtrack a bit. I remember growing up, people used to look at me and think, oh, she's an only child, she must be spoiled. But no, my mom never spoiled me. In fact, she was the opposite. And I used to think, oh my God, this woman hates me. But little did I realize that she was actually building me up. Like now I have 4 kids. How would I have coped? And obviously, yes, she's around to help. But when she's not around, I'm also able to stand on my 2 feet to do things for myself. You understand? So I want to be able to teach my kids those sort of values and virtues and principles, even about the word of God, that even when I'm not around, or God forbid I'm dead, or whatever the case may be, they're able to stand on their own 2 feet to say, listen, my mom taught us this, or my parents taught us this, and we're able to stand on our feet to do it as well. So for me, that is what success will be about. Being able to leave that legacy that they will actually benefit from in all areas of their life, rather than just having riches. I hope I've answered it right. So that is success to me. Okay. Question was, what things do you not like to do? What things do I not like to do? To be honest, I am the type that even when I don't like doing something, I'm like, I'll do it anyway. Doesn't make sense. I'm not sure if I'm making sense. But I don't like to, okay, I don't like to belong to a place that I'm not wanted. Does it make sense? I don't like to, you know, when you feel there are certain places you go and you don't feel welcome. No, I'd rather come out of there. It doesn't matter where it is. I'll just, come out of there. Because I feel life is to be appreciated and not tolerated. I've always said that. So yeah, I think that's one of the things that, yeah. Anyway, who do you look up to? Besides God, my mom. Yeah. Besides God, my mom. And yes, I do have a lot of people who have been like role models in my life as I was growing up that I look up to. But the number one person is God. Obviously, he's the author and the finisher of my life. And besides him, my mom, I look up to him, and my dad as well. To be honest, I'll say my parents in this answer. My parents are the ones that I look up to. They have, okay, I don't want to get emotional. My parents have been through a lot. They have been through a lot. They don't tell their story. I don't know if they're watching me. They don't tell their story. I'm not going to tell your story. But they have been through a lot. And being their only child, they have been through a lot with me. Okay, so I really look up to them and I respect them for whatever they've ever done. And listen, I'm not the only one. Even though I'm their only child, I'm not the only one they've looked after. They've looked after several people that my eyes have seen that they are still looking after, even up to this point in time. So I really look up to them a lot. And especially with my dad, I always say, if only I can be half the man that he is, that's it for me. Mission accomplished in my life. He is one who, I don't want to get emotional, but you guys know what I mean. Yeah, when you have parents like that who, you're not even the only one that you look up to, that so many people look up to them because their life is an example of what love is all about. So, yeah. Okay, so moving on. What is your favorite flavor of jelly bean? Coca-Cola. I love those Coca-Cola jelly beans. When I buy for the kids, I don't eat it much. I'm not a sweet person. But when I buy for the kids, I take out all the Coca-Cola ones and I munch them. So, yeah. Okay, so, guys, do you have any more questions on here for me? If not, I'll just keep going on with the ones that I have here. Right. What's your favorite Christmas movie? It has to be Home Alone. Hello. I'm an 80s child. It has to be Home Alone. Home Alone has been my all-time favorite. Actually, who doesn't watch Home Alone on a Christmas day? Everybody does. Home Alone, yes. Okay, so next question says, if you could live in any period of history, when would it be and why? I think I'll go back to the 90s. I was born in 80s, but obviously, because I grew up 90s, I learned more in my 90s. Yes, Home Alone, isn't it? Yes, so 90s were some of the best times of my life because obviously that was when I started becoming a teen and learning all these things about life and that. By the way, if you hear noise, I've got family around, so there'll be a lot of noise. So yeah, if I could go back, it would be the 90s. And I love everything about the 90s. If you're my Instagram, you realize that I play a lot of 90s R&B and hip-hop. So yeah. Okay. Oh, wow. Next one says, tell me 10 things I will see when I walk in your door. Okay, I'll come back to your question, Grace. The next question says, tell me 10 things I'll see when I walk into your door. The first thing you walk into my house, you see is mirror. There's a lot of mirrors in my house. There's a lot of mirrors in my house. And yes, I'm also into a bit of interior decor. So yeah, I like to do that. So I decorated my own home, and I decorated my parents as well, and a few places that people have helped decorate as well. But the first, okay, 10 things here they said. So first thing you see is a mirror. Second, shoes everywhere. My kids are leaving shoes everywhere. Even though there's a shoe rack, they are leaving shoes everywhere. The third you see is lights. I love lights. As I said, I'm a very bright person, so there has to be lights everywhere. So mirrors, shoes, lights. What else? Let's go into my room. You will find clothes. I know, baby, you're there. You are in a hurry to raid my wardrobe. You find loads of clothes. You find loads of shoes. You find loads of bags. I'm a very fashionable person. I just go with whatever. You know what I mean? How many have I named? 5. You will find lots of books. Yes, I like buying books, and I like getting my kids to read a lot of books. You will find a lot of Bibles hanging around. Yes, we have one at the front entrance of the house. Just when you come in, there's a bit of a, how do you call it, a cover on the radiator, but we've decorated it and it's got a Bible in the middle. So you find lots of Bibles. You will find, what else? What else do you find in my house? A lot of gadgets because of the kids. So yeah, lots of food. My home is always got food. So yeah. Okay, did I name 10? I'm not sure. If not, you let me know. I'll come back with it. Okay, so yes, there was a question from Grace, and Grace says, when have you been most satisfied in your life in terms of achievement? Are we ever satisfied in this life even? Are we ever satisfied? Because, you achieve one thing and then you're thinking about the next. But in all honesty, I think when I had my first child, that gave me a lot of a satisfaction. It gave me like a fulfillment, if it makes sense, and then I went on to have 2 and then 3 and then 4. So the children are my number 1 fulfillment. And then I think the first time we bought our house where we are now, that was also an achievement that I thought, it would well, let's just say I anticipated it taking a long time for us to get our own place, but thank God it sort of, hi Cadmus, thank you for joining in. It sort of happened unexpectedly that we ever thought, and it's all thanks to God, I'll put it. So yeah, but if you're asking about satisfaction, I think human being, we are never satisfied. But me personally, I would say I'm not too much of a, even though people probably see me as I'm very materialistic because I love dressing and I love the fashion and I love, life, but I'm not bothered about those things if I don't have them, because as who said in the Bible, can you quote me? I can't remember, but I'll paraphrase. As they said that I have known hunger, I have known poverty, I have known struggle, I have known, you name it, I've been through it all growing up. So what I have now, for me, there is nothing better than life. There's nothing better than that. I've seen it all. I've been through it all. I've been through the worst. Listen, there were times, I don't want to go into so much details, but there were times back in Ghana when me and my mom, where we used to live, there was no electricity, there was no water. And when it rains, it sort of comes inside the house where we're living. And I used to sleep on the floor, so obviously you'd be flooded. That's the sort of life I have seen. So now with everything I have, I feel like, I'm fulfilled. I don't need much. And if my husband will be truthful, or people around me will be truthful to tell you, it doesn't take much to get me happy. I am that kind of person. It doesn't take much. Just get me to smile. Just get me to laugh. Just give me food. I'm fulfilled. Listen, Murray, we need to hook up with the okra soup. So yeah, I think for me, in terms of being fulfilled and having satisfaction in life, it's the little things that make me happy, and I'm fulfilled in that. So let's leave it as that. Okay, so next question. Where am I? Okay. What kind of celebration would there be on a Saint? Oh, so Saint Anna Day. Listen, it will have to be the beach somewhere, just chilling, or just do a random travel somewhere. you know. If it's a World Saint Anna Day, the whole world will be having a big barbecue. I know, I'm crazy like that. The whole world will be having a barbecue. But yeah, it doesn't take much to get me happy. Just get me some sunshine, get me some food, get me some good laughter and some good music. I'm good. So yeah. Who would play you in a movie about your life? Who would play me? Let me just see. This question, I don't know. What did they mean, like an actress, a celebrity, or something? I'll play me. I'll play myself because nobody knows me better than me. And I think, I don't know, sometimes I don't think some people really do know me well. But anyway, hence we're doing this, so now you get to know me. So after this, if you think you can play me, please, by all means, do. But you know what? Saying that, there is a girl on here. She's watching me, Grace Adam. I see myself in her a lot. So though we don't look anywhere alike, but she can play me because I see myself in her a lot. She knows what I'm talking about. So yeah, maybe she can play me. Okay, so next question. Give me 3 words that describe you. Bubbly, definitely bubbly. Outgoing, friendly. Baby, am I right? Are you on there? Please help me with that one. You know me. Or any other sister on there that knows me. But yeah, I'm very bubbly. I'm very friendly. And I'm very outgoing. 3. Got it. Okay, so what was the best birthday you ever had? I think that would have to be my 40th, the one that just passed. Yeah, though it didn't happen as I planned, but at the end of the day, I had family around, and that's all that mattered to me. The most important people in my life were there. So yeah, and I was actually looking forward to my 40th birthday because for some reason I didn't think I would live to see it. You know, one of those things. But thank God I have, and I've lived past it. So yeah, it was the best birthday ever. Oh, this question is interesting. If you were a ghost, where would you hunt and why? I tell you what, I think sometimes my spirit actually goes back to my primary school. So if I was a ghost, I'll go back there. I know there is this how do I put it? This conspiracy, whatever, about, you know, when you have a dream about going back to, and I think I joined in class 2 or 1, class 2, yeah. So that's like year 2, and we've been friends from that time till now. Hey, Dr. Olivia, thank you for joining. So yeah, if I was a ghost, I'll go back to my old school and haunt them, especially the teachers though. The teachers, my math teacher. I'm not gonna mention his name. I'll get myself in trouble. Yeah, I'll go back there. I wouldn't hunt them as in, you know, scary hunt, but, you know, say, hey, I'm back here. Let's have fun. So, yeah. Okay, so what kind of car did you wish you had when you were a kid? Oh, okay. So, back when I was a kid, my auntie had this Mercedes, you know. Do you know Rita Tibu? Yes! Oh, my God. No, listen, guys, I have to stop and answer this one. Wait, Doreen, you're asking me this question, right? Rita Tibu was in my class. So does it mean that you were in Datus? And if it means... Listen, guys. This lady asking me the question, right? I know her. She's your cousin? Can you imagine? It's such a small world. I was in the same class with Rita and Efe. We were in D class. Ask them. We even have a platform. We are all on there now. Oh my God. This is interesting. You've got me so excited now. Oh my. No, let me go on. Let me go on. We should talk after this. Oh my God. Are you serious? You see, it's such a small world. You see, it is such... Listen, guys. Lesson here. Whatever you do, right? Wherever you go, do not be mean to people. Always be nice. Listen, I'm not even going to say this, but all I'm going to say is I know Doreen from here on this platform, YouTube. She's been good to me. I've been good to her. Well, like to believe I've been good to her. But here we are. She knows people that I know from back in the days. Oh my God. Lesson there. Always be nice, because you never know. It's such a small world. So yeah, back to the question. What kind of car did you wish you had when you were a kid? And how about now? So when I was a kid, my auntie, I used to live, one auntie that I used to live with, one of the mini ones. Her husband had the Mercedes E-Class, and I loved the car so much. I promised myself I will finish school. You know how they go to tell you, you have been awesome. Oh, thank you. You know how they tell you when you're growing up, learn hard so you can buy this car? Yes, so that was my car. I will grow up and I'm going to buy the Mercedes-Benz E-Class so that when I'm sitting in there, I'll be at the back with my driver driving me. Yes, I was one of those kids. But then when I became a teen, and then I came to find out about the Toyota Yaris, and then I fell in love with the Toyota Yaris. And then at a point in my life, I came to know about the Audi TT. And I'm like, I have to buy the Audi TT. But anyway, saying that, with all that said, now I think my dream car, to be honest, I feel like certain cars are for older people. Please don't judge me. So I wouldn't go for, but my dream car would be either the Range Rover Evoque. Is it Evoque? Evoque, I can't even remember that one. Or I will go for the Porsche. Or I'll go for an Audi Q8. So those three, yeah. Actually, the person that asked me that question, please, now you know. So Christmas is coming. Well, no, Easter is coming next week. That will be my Easter present now. Please get it in. So, moving on. Okay. What's your favorite 1950s rock song? Oh, I forgot about this one. I said I was going to research. Listen, I'm not a 50s person. I'm more of a 70s, yes. 70s, I could say a few about 70s or 80s or 90s, but 50s, nah, not 50s. So let's just say, I'll say Elvis. Elvis is, I'm not a mad fan about Elvis, but you know, I like listening to him. So yeah. What year is Elvis anyway? So let's put him there as one of those. I love Dolly Parton as well. What year was she? Baby, you like her as well, right? What year was she? I don't know. Anyway, which one would you choose to watch? Family Guy or South Park? South Park. South Park. Though both of them, I hardly watched them when it was on. But South Park, I think I saw more of it. So yeah. In zombie apocalypse, what would be your weapon of choice? Oh God. Did I ever watch this one? The Bible would be my weapon of choice. What are you talking about? Oh gosh. I like this one. Is there any questions on here for me? Okay, I'll go on. Right. So yeah, I hope so far I've answered most of your questions, guys. Or if there is any more you want to know, please put them in. But I'm gonna go with what I have here. So yeah, about the zombie apocalypse one, my Bible will be my weapon. I'll put on my full armor. I'll put on my full armor and go. Yep. Okay. So, next question says, how do you overcome challenging moments in your life? I think I've answered that one. Yeah, I think I've answered that one. How do you overcome challenging moments? I talk to God. I talk to God. And I talk to myself. So yeah, I think I've answered those ones. So one question that I got from Instagram was, what was the most shameful thing that has ever happened to you in public? Listen, I think I was like 12. Let me just tell you guys the story. I was like 12. And you know, at 12 going on 13. Yes, straight full armor of God. You know, when you're 12 going on 13, you are now becoming like, you know, getting into teen, and, you know, the guys are seeing you, you're seeing the guys. Listen, don't pretend you haven't been there. Anyway, so yeah, one time in front of my auntie's shop, my auntie had a shop back in Ghana, so I used to help her out at the shop, or all of us used to go and help her out the shop. And, you know, the guys would be going up and down in their bicycles and playing. And, you know, you just want to stand out there and be, you know, showing off a bit. I hope when you talk to yourself, you don't answer. I know, right? So yeah, one of the most shameful time. We were just standing out there chatting and doing our thing. The next minute, I am on the floor like bam. I don't know what happened. A bicycle hit me and I faced the floor like face down, bang. Everybody started laughing. Oh my God. I will never forget that day in front of my auntie shop. Everybody, even my auntie was laughing because the way it happened, it was like, how did it happen? How can a bicycle hit you like you fall face flat? It was one of the most shameful moments of my life, but looking back at it now, it's funny. It's funny. So yeah, to answer that question, I think that's one of the most shameful things that I remember. And then somebody asked, is there anything about you that nobody ever knows? Is there anything about you that nobody ever knows? Well, okay, let me show you guys something. Look at this finger. Yep, that is one of the funny things about me. And look at this one. This one is different. So again, when I was a child, my mom said to me, I don't remember this story, but my mom said to me, I was playing with stones. She kept saying to me, put them down, and I wouldn't. The disobedient child, I hit my finger. It got cut off, so they had to kind of operate on it. So I think that's one of the funny things about me. So you see, this one is taller than that. Yep. And also, I've got smaller ears. Yep. So now you know some of the funny things about me. I think that and my small ears. Actually, my small ears, people used to laugh at me back in school. My dad was, you see why I have to go back and hunt them in school. They used to laugh at me. So yeah, I think those are some of the things that people don't know about me, but it's funny about me. What else can I think of? I don't know. I can't think of anything else. So yeah, that's about it. Oh yes, now. So going back to somebody was asking about, I should talk a bit more about content creating and a bit more about business. So with the content creation, the question we're asking is what inspired you to be a YouTuber? You know what? I would just say YouTuber, being a YouTuber, it just happened. I didn't plan to be. I didn't, like normally you will plan out to do something or you set out to do something or you even have it written down. I mean, my plans from, should I say, January 2020, it wasn't in my plan to be a YouTuber. It just happened because of the lockdown. So I am one of those that I joined YouTube because of lockdown because I was bored first of all, and my kids were like, "Oh, mommy, you can do it," and also my friends around me all used to say, "I'm good at content creating." So I think that's how I actually got into YouTube. So it was never something. So I wouldn't say there was any inspiration. I just bumped into it because of lockdown, and then I started doing it. But the inspiration came from, I suppose, having been okay, let me put it this way. I have been content creating for a long time, but then should I say I didn't have a word for it. I was just creating content without realizing there was such a thing as being a content creator or blogger or whatever. Because I believe it or not, I have a personal Instagram page on Instagram where it's strictly I have to invite you in because as much as I'm out here like this, I'm also very personal and I'm very careful about who I let into my circle. So the one on Instagram, it was mainly family. Listen, and even family, if they play up, I take them off. I'm like that, I don't I don't want I don't like when people are in my circle and it's so negativity and I like the free life. I like to enjoy life. I like to have fun. And so, as my Ghanaians would say, "Ubetina meni jeswa," you have to be out. I'm sorry, whether you're family or not. So, guess what? My husband is not even on my personal page on Instagram. And that's me. So, yeah, on there, I was creating a lot of content. I was posting stuff to inspire people. And even before Instagram came, I was doing that a lot. Who remembers High Five? I don't know if anyone remember, but that was back in uni days. There was High Five before Facebook. And I was on High Five. I guess I've always been one of those who has been quick to jump on social media, but for the good of you, for the use of doing good. So high five, that's when I actually started, I was posting pictures about myself, but then I'll post a word here and there of encouragement, or celebrating somebody, or I've always been doing that. And then came Facebook, and quickly again I jumped on there. And just as people were so against Facebook, on, oh, they're there to gossip, they're there to do this, I was always using it for the right reasons, celebrating people, celebrating myself, showing what I could do. And, I'm able to sew. So there were things that, I would design like t-shirts with our Ghanaian Ntoma, or they call that Ankara, and I'll put on there. I'll design earrings and I'll put on there. And, anything I taught that I was able to create, I'll put on there. So I suppose content creating has always been a part of me, but thank God, obviously, over time, social media has given us names for it. So now we are actually flourishing in them. So yeah, that's how it started. And so from Facebook came the Instagram, which again I joined in, and then started posting up stuff, that because at that point I was already selling all these into my fabrics, I mean Ankara, all these fabrics with shoes, and I'm able to design shoes with it, trainers, heels, whatever. I'm able to do t-shirts with it, I'm able to do skirts and all that. And whenever I went to Ghana, I'll bring stuff to sell. So I was basically advertising and doing things. And then friends start asking me, oh, we love the way your fashion sense, we love the way you dress, we love the way you present yourself, just showcase some of these things. So I started blogging on Blogspot. So Blogspot again started off with, showing what I'm wearing. Like now I'm doing on Instagram again. I'll come on, hey, today I'm wearing this and it's from here. Like for instance, this, you won't believe I got it from Primark. But I would, dress up with it and it would look nice. And people are like, oh, this looks expensive. But honey, I probably got it like £2 from Primark. You know what I mean? So I've always had that urge with me, of creating and doing stuff. So yeah, I started Blogspot on Instagram, linked it to Instagram, and then I'll post, oh, I've posted this, maybe inspiration for work, inspiration for church, inspiration for going out, inspiration for here. So that's how the name Inspirational Anne actually started. So it was inspirationalanne.blogspot. That's how it started. And one particular brother, Isaac, they call him the Uncle Isaac. He was always hyping me on, like, you know what, post more of Christian dressing. So I started doing that. And, I'll be showing the young ones, especially my youth, that I'll be teaching that, listen, you don't have to be showing it all to look pretty or sexy or whatever. So I started posting stuff like that. And then it became an actual blog where I was now writing stuff. And then I think there was a phase again in my life where I kind of relaxed a bit about the fashion, because I was going through personal stuff. And for me, those years were more of, getting closer and knowing more about my God. As I said before, I am a very religious person and I'm a Christian and I serve God. So, but I don't dispute that, whoever you are, whatever you serve to. But anyway, I'm talking about mine. So yeah, I started posting about that journey of what I was going through with God, and posting, and I was continuously posting daily. The link is still there on my private one. I will share with you guys on my content creating page. It's called inspirationalanne.blogspot.com. So if you go on there, I have things, I think way back in 2015, probably 16, I still have, the word that I was sharing daily on there. It was like literally sharing something daily, because I was always getting some inspiration from the Holy Spirit to share. So that's how this whole, content creating came about. And then moving on, as time was going on, I didn't want my personal page, as I said, I didn't want so many people in that bubble of my personal space. So I thought, okay, let me just open a second Instagram account, and this time it will be more of everything that I am creating, from fashion to the word to whatever inspiration, anything at all. And then I opened that. So hence I started with YouTube as well, and thought, okay, let's link in YouTube, let's link in everything else, let's link in business, let's link in whatever. So yes, the inspiration to be a YouTuber, actually started before even YouTube, I would say. I've always been doing it. I've always been inspiring. I've always been sharing. So yeah, that's about the content creating side of things. And so yeah, I also have a model page. I started modeling in the course of lockdown. Done a few jobs here and there for some people. Still waiting to do a few after the lockdown is lifted. So again, that is like linked to my content creating page. In terms of business wise, as most of you know, I'm into business with my best friend Daisy Ann, which is on an all natural products that we sell. If you want to visit us, go to daisy.an8 on Instagram. We are also on Facebook. You can find us there. I also have my events planning management business called Fab Celebrations. Basically, I'm a certified events planner, so I do that on the side. Obviously, due to lockdown, I haven't done much about it. I've been concentrating more on Daisy Ann, but hopefully, I'll pick that up again. I'm able to decorate, so once in a while, I help with decoration, or I do gift favors. You name it, I can help with whatever. So if you guys need anything in that sense too, by all means do get in touch and I can help in that sense. And because of the events planning business, I'm also in touch with a lot of vendors who do so many other things, you know. You name it. You want a DJ, I can get it for you. You want somebody who will do a cake, I can get it for you. You want somebody for photography, I can get it for you. So yeah, I'm also linked in that sense. So yeah, I am very much into so many things. I call them my different ministries that I'm into. So guys, I think that's about it of myself. Is there any more questions you guys want me to answer? Or anything else you want to hear from me about? I think I've said most things about myself anyway. Listen, and I'm not one to hide things. I'm not you're a woman of many talents. I know, right? I like to share. I like to be open. Hence I even showed this because I used to be so afraid to show this. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, sis. I used to be so afraid to show this, but now I'm not bothered. It's a part of me, so hey. There we go. Yeah, so that's just it about me. All there is to know about me. Oh, sorry, there's something in my eye. I keep any more questions, guys, or if anyone has anything else they want to ask me, by all means, let me go back to this phone and see if anyone has sent any more questions, or let me go through the other questions that they asked. I hope I haven't missed out any questions from you guys, because most of you did send it to me on WhatsApp, which I'm very grateful for. Okay, right. Listen, I don't know if I should talk about this here, but it might be on another platform. Someone was asking me about, I posted recently on my Instagram about this issue with the Derrick Jackson. Okay, let me just touch base on it quickly. I'm not going to talk about Derrick Jackson, but this is my thing, right? We need to realize that everybody has a fault one way or the other. Everybody falls short. Everybody has a challenge or a part of them that they're not so good at, or they listen, if they're to be tempted right now, they'll fail. I have mine. I'm not going to tell you, but I have mine. Everybody have theirs, right? It's rather unfortunate that people who are in the limelight, people who are like celebrities and out there, obviously because their life is in the limelight, they get bashed a lot when things like that happen to them. But what we need to realize that they are humans just like you and I, okay? What we go through and we feel each and every day, they go through as well. But just because they are failing in the limelight of everyone seeing doesn't mean or doesn't give us the right to bash them. Let me just put it that way. I am not condoning what Derrick Jackson did. If you don't know, he cheated on his wife. That video is going around and blah blah blah, and people are like, "Oh, this is a marriage coach. You know, you should know better and all that." Yes, he should know better. Yes, he didn't do the right thing, and I'm sure he's regretted. Even if he hasn't regretted, listen, let it be between him and his God. But you, I'm talking to you who are following this person or following anyone else, and your life is so, you know, attached to their lives, even though you don't know them, that when they fall, you fall with them. That was my issue with this thing. It's not like I came to say that, you know what, you shouldn't follow them, or you shouldn't listen to them, or you shouldn't bash them, or whatever. You have every right to say whatever you want to say. I'm just saying that people are too engrossed in their lives. You idolize them too much. So then when they fall, you're not like, oh, that person should have known better. That person should have done this. How many times have you fallen that we don't know about? That we could have said the same for you. You understand? So I believe, like someone in his case and his wife's case, we should rather pray that they will find a way out of it and be, well, they said they're united, but you know, whatever the case, reunite and live their lives. Do you get what I mean? So I'm not saying he's done right. It's wrong. It's wrong. And it's likewise somebody who is doing it, who is not in the limelight is doing it, is also wrong. Okay? But because the one who is not in the limelight is not seen, we're not going to bash that person. But we are rather going to say, and because of this person is actually a coach as well, teaching us how we should live our life and how we should behave in marriage and relationships and all that. Fair enough. You have every right to say whatever. But my issue is, do not let that bring you down to say, I'm not even going to bother about relationship. I'm not even going to listen to anybody anymore. Listen, I said it before and I'm going to say it again. God even spoke to a donkey. Okay? So God can talk to anybody to pass on his message. Just listen to the message and move on with your life. Don't get yourself engrossed in the person's life. Don't idolize them so much that in his case, people are weeping over it. People are angry, like genuinely angry. And it was the same like recently, Kirk Franklin, it came out that he had an altercation with his son. Hello, he's a father. His son has disrespected him. My kids, how many times have I been screaming at them, and after that I'm like, I'm sorry, I love you. It happens. Just because I'm not there for people to see, it doesn't mean I didn't do it anyway. You know, and people are just, oh, we're not going to listen to Kirk Franklin anymore. Listen, me, I love his music. I'm going to listen to it. But I'm not engrossed in him and his life. People go to the point of they know where they eat. They know where they go to sleep. They know what they're wearing tomorrow. Hello, you have a life. Really? That was my problem. That was my issue. Don't get so engrossed in their life that much. That's all I have to say. I'm not going to go into it. So, anyway, guys, I think that's it for the questions. Unless there are any more questions, I'm going to end it here. But once again, thank you so much for joining me. Anyone who came on here, I am very, very grateful that you all came to watch and listen to this girl talk. I can talk a lot. Yeah. But thank you. And thank you for the patience on when it went off and then I had to re-log in again. And thank you to everybody who's been supporting me on this journey, who've been following me here on YouTube, who've been sharing it on, who've been watching my videos, who've been giving me advice. Most of you on here watching now, you've been giving me advice. You've been helping me on how I can grow, how I can get better, things that I can create, content I can create and all that. I just want to say thank you all so much. I love you all, and I seriously don't take it for granted with every little help. And now you know me. I'm a fun-loving person. If I am in your city or I'm around you or whatever, please, let's have fun. Get me food. Get me some sunshine. Get me some music, and we are good to go. So that's it, guys. Thank you all so much. And we will meet again. Please don't forget to go follow me on Instagram, Inspired by AMOANIMAH. On Instagram, I have supporting businesses is on there. Listen, just follow me on Inspired by AMOANIMAH. You have all the links to the other places. And if you want to know more about my blog spots as well, I think I'm going to put a link on there as well to my blog spot so you can be blessed by everything. You know what? I think I'm going to go back to the blogging on that as well and start blogging again. The Lord bless you all so much. And I just want to say, I love you. Bye.